about? Welcome to Heavy Butter, Ellie's first and only movie podcast. I'm Zach Noe Towers.
I'm Michael Strassner.
I'm Evan Williams.
And woo! We have a fun episode.
Because today we're doing two.
Always two.
Literally always two.
Unless we're doing three.
But they're both
Yeah.
new.
They are both new.
They are both new.
That's the new
That's
thing
the
about
catch.
this
That's
episode.
the swing today.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, coming attractions, I'll go first with that. I'm so excited for Bring Her Back, which I actually referred to as She's All That.
You did say that earlier.
Today.
Yeah. I can't fucking wait.
It's
for
the
that.
Talk to Me folk. Yeah. And they're a new horror film by Talk to Me.
The Rockas. The Rocka twins.
The Rocka.
Rocka's Modern Life.
Yeah. They were YouTubers, and then they left YouTube. Suddenly, there were no videos being posted. A year and a half later, they dropped Talk to Me on us. It's one of the best horror movies I've ever seen.
Powerful.
And this is their follow-up, and I'm very, very excited. It comes out tomorrow.
Talk to Me does fall into this category of horror that's like so deeply depressing and like unrelentingly sad that I have trouble rewatching. But when I watched it, I was like horrified. And like that is, that's what I'm looking for, I guess, when I go to a scary movie like that.
Yeah.
And Bring Her Back looks,
as they call it.
Bring Her Back looks like just another slice of that pie.
I hear that it is brutal.
Damn.
Yeah, brutal feelings to be had watching that. They call it the feel bad movie of the year. Yeah.
That's great branding.
Can't wait.
What are y'all looking forward to?
I got engaged.
Oh, we're doing that.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
No,
It
it's
seems like a
obviously
horror
great.
film
It
to
wasn't
me.
expecting it.
Being
Just wanted to throw that your way. You know, Billy told me to talk about it,
Congratulations.
so.
Who told you to
what
talk
did
about
they
it?
say?
Billy, our producer, he said.
Oh, he
make
told
sure-
you to talk about
Yeah,
it.
he said,
Okay. That'll
make sure
make
to talk
Jess feel really good. Yeah.
It's just-
Our producer's making me say this. I'm
I'm like,
engaged.
yeah.
That's terrible.
So, ladies, back off.
Back off.
Guys.
Officially
Come on.
off
Honestly.
the market.
How
Yeah.
much like a movie was the proposal?
Oh, my God. It was Love Actually. Truly was. We were in
Really?
London.
Like
Yeah.
it seemed good at the time, but now everyone hates it?
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
really the Alan Rickman story. I would say-
Overrated.
Yeah. Problematic.
Yeah. Love Actually is not problematic. is it?
Derivative.
Yeah. I just know a lot of people, well, they call that girl fat a lot in it. And
Which
she's
one?
Whoa.
the Hugh Grant's secretary.
They used to call
really?
Kate Winslet
Yes.
fat in Titanic.
They go, the chubby girl. And he's like, literally they call that girl fat like 4 times.
I have never picked it up on that.
Of course you didn't.
You had never picked it up on that, is what he said. People call me the chubby girl all the time.
Stop.
And I appreciate them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I am trying to bulk right now, and it feels good to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations,
Thank
Michael.
you so very much.
Very happy
That's the
for
coming
you.
attraction in my life.
I'm very unhappy for Jess, but I'm happy for you.
I know. She's a life partner.
And she deserves you, or better, but she got you.
And that's all she gets.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Deserves
Yeah.
You know?
you.
Hey,
No,
I'm the
that's
last
great.
house with the light on. You know what I mean?
I thought you were going to say the last house on the left.
Yeah,
Which
I think so.
makes sense.
Which could be just as frightening.
It's a horror movie for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming attractions. I've seen a few coming attractions at premieres recently,
Go on.
and it's been pretty fun.
Well, give us one of them.
Karate Kid Legends.
Oh.
Yikes.
Oh.
That's all I'll say there. Not even in the fucking modulated voice.
Okay.
I'll just say I love Jackie Chan. Anytime he's on camera, I'll go check that out. But
And they paid you to go. That's good.
they didn't pay me money. Yes, they paid me a lot of money to go. Anyone watching, just
good.
to impress you, they pay me $250,000 to go to these things.
Yep.
And just kind of see it and then talk shit about them.
Yes.
I love Dangerous Animals. It was awesome.
Shout out to IFC.
IFC, that's right.
Yep.
Yep. He had to make it about him.
Because Baltimoreans is coming out from IFC. That's a
that's
movie.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
just-
Wow.
had to.
Yeah. We're going to fight on camera.
I can't
Yes.
wait.
Yeah. It's
Full on.
going to be like the 100 Men versus the gorilla, but just me and him.
Evan
You're
versus
the 100
gorilla.
man. I'm the gorilla.
I'm the gorilla.
No.
I'm not. No.
You're like a little baby
I
chimpanzee.
am like a little baby. I'm a cub. Yeah.
The movie looks incredible.
Wait, tell them
It's
what the
fucking
movie
awesome.
is. A lot of people don't see
All right,
previews every day
Sean
of their life.
Byrne is an Australian fucked up filmmaker, and I love him. I had just seen The Loved Ones a week ago for the first time.
I don't know what that movie is.
Great Great low budget Australian horror movie about a girl that invites a guy to prom. He says no. She fucking kidnaps him with her serial killer dad, and they fuck with him. And it's really dark, and
Is it a
it's kind
comedy?
of funny.
Yeah.
Kind of funny. But horror first. And I already had an invite to go to this with our buddy Mikey Angelo, the rapper.
Mikey the rapper.
Very talented, hilarious dude. And yeah, it was at the Egyptian Theater, and it was just so fucking cool. We were in the front row, which was like a bit much, you know. Jai Courtney's right there, very gorgeous man. First of all,
Wait, what's his name?
Jai Courtney.
Is it Jay Courtney or Jai Courtney?
I thought it was Jai, but maybe it's Jai. Jai. Usually that's pronounced Jai.
What should be Jai?
Yeah.
That
What
made
were
it
you-
so hot. I have trouble with horror movies like this because the whole time I'm like, I still want to hang out with him.
Yeah.
That's what he said in the Q&A. He was like, "I'll just feel like he's a great hang." You know, I like the character because he's like a great
Up
hang.
until he like uses you for shark bait.
But that's what the whole thing, right? He like
Yeah, it's a
That's
serial
how he
killer who takes tourists on his shark adventure boat, and
Doesn't
then
turn out.
holds them hostage, and he films it. He makes a show for himself on the boat. He lights it and everything, and
Oh,
he films
cool.
people getting eaten by sharks.
Is there a final girl situation?
Great final girl. Yeah, she was incredible.
Yes!
She was tough as shit, and like it was awesome, man. They were like a perfect horror movie match.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I can't recommend it enough. It was awesome.
You're gonna go see it again?
I'll go see it with you boys if you want.
June 6th.
We'll do that and Nocturnal Animals.
Yes, we will.
Dangerous
Yeah.
and
Animals.
Nocturnal Animals.
That's good.
Oh yeah, great. I
Yeah.
was like, that's old.
Yeah, but that's what we do here, Zach.
Yeah,
is we do a
totally.
new one and an old one,
and an old
except for
one.
today. Yeah, that's what we do.
I see what we did there.
Wow.
you get
it? Or The Animal, Rob Schneider.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow.
dude. Yikes.
I have some movie news.
Okay.
Yesterday, the producer of Popeye, did you see this?
Like the
The original Popeye,
Popeye movie or
Popeye movie.
show? Okay, with
with
Robin Williams.
With Robin Williams, said it was the most coked up film set ever. Everyone was stoned, and the film cans that were shipped back and forth had cocaine in the film cans.
Incredible.
So that is what that film was.
I want a movie about that.
Robin
dude.
Williams played Popeye.
He played,
Yeah.
he played Popeye.
Yeah.
And Shelley Duvall
Shelley
played
Duvall.
Olive oil?
Whitney or
Wendy is her name in The
Olive oil.
Shining.
olive oil. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah. Wendy,
Yeah.
I think is her name in The Shining.
olive oil's right. Yeah.
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 And so he was just coked out of his mind.
We should
Playing
watch that. I have a
Yeah.
real blind. I can't even picture a
You
frame.
can
from
watch
this
that
movie.
and Popeye the Slayer, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That is wonderful. I literally want a movie about that. I want.
I wrote that card for you today.
Oh,
Thank
because
you,
of
man.
cocaine.
Just cocaine and like
Robin
yeah,
Williams.
muscles, big
and
forearms, yeah.
and just like imagining like what that set was like.
I love that.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, the same way that like Disaster Artist
Yeah.
is such a fun movie about a shit movie.
Totally.
I would love to see the movie about that shit movie.
Because that was his Robin Williams' first like big movie. And
Wow. Oh yeah,
it was
after
right
like
after Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy, yeah.
And
Is this the 80s?
I
What
think it
time
was,
is
like,
this?
I think it was I think it was like
Had to
80
be,
or
yeah.
81.
Yeah.
And
over 40 years ago.
over 40 years ago. And it was like this is his big thing and just coked out of his mind.
Did it do well?
Fantastic.
It bombed.
Aw.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time bomber. Big time bomber.
Big time bomber.
Big time
Do you have
bomber.
more
Yeah.
movie news? Also, I love that. Did that just come out?
That came out yesterday. Yeah, that was the
That's awesome.
Somebody asked, and I don't know who the
He must
producer
have
was.
written a book or something.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to let this out.
I'm gonna give this, but the fact that like to be sending film cans back and forth with just cocaine,
and they,
Crazy.
it was
Awesome.
yeah,
like
Can I
literally
just say awesome?
baggies or residual cocaine? Like were
No,
they powdered
like-
donuts?
like
pounds,
like a
kilos.
kilo.
Wow.
in the film cans.
Yeah, that's how I pictured it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Little
I
bricks.
want to say Richard Donner, but I could be way off.
And you
Directed
probably are.
Popeye?
Yeah,
No.
I don't have my phone on me because I keep it away. But
It's Michael Bay.
Oh, we got somebody coming in to let us know. Yeah.
Robert
Robert
Altman.
Altman.
Robert
wow.
Altman.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.
Robert Altman. That makes sense. That makes more sense.
What
Yeah.
else did Robert Altman make?
Nashville.
The TV show?
Not with Connie Britton.
What's Nashville?
What else did he make though? He made big movies. He made
Robert. He did a lot of big movies. It's like he was like,
without
big
Jake,
movies.
dude.
Cool.
yeah.
I mean, you don't know any of them.
Okay, neither do you,
Long
obviously.
Goodbye.
Long Goodbye. He was like a big
Gosford
70s.
Park.
Yeah.
Other things Zach hasn't seen. The Player.
Long Goodbye
MASH.
reminds
Yeah,
me
MASH.
of Long
MASH
Twisted
is
Night.
his. Yeah.
Oh, MASH.
MASH.
I also didn't see that, but I know of it.
And there's a TV show after that.
He did. The
Oh, I
movie
just knew
MASH.
about the TV show.
Yeah.
That MASH coming on was always like the harbinger of like boredom. Like
Yeah.
it like Price is Right would end or something, and then like the MASH helicopter would come on. I'm like,
I agree.
absolutely
I
not.
always change it
Oh,
immediately. And a lot of people
immediately.
will attack us for saying it's like a classic. People love it.
People
Not in
love
my
MASH.
house.
Yeah.
It was guys. It's the
Gilligan's
most.
Island was another one.
Oh, I liked that one.
I
Just
was
so you
out.
know, MASH is the most watched series finale of all time
Yeah.
ever. It hasn't been beaten. And we just
Not
said
even
it.
Seinfeld.
Not even Seinfeld.
Game
It
of
has-
Thrones.
Guy, HBO. No, it has never been beaten.
Okay. Okay.
I
It
just
is the
don't-
most
the
watched.
problem is I don't believe anything you
I just
say.
when Game of Thrones was coming on TV, I was in New York.
I would love
and it
Aaron
was-
to come back and
I
tell
wish
me.
one of you guys could have been in New York when the final season of Game of Thrones was coming on, because you literally all the windows, dude. You was like bum, bum, ba, da, bum, bum. Like literally, like everyone was watching at the same time.
Yeah. In LA, we're like, we'll watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. What is
Sleepy.
Yeah.
Just eating
It's
avocado
late.
toast,
It's
smoking
7.
bong.
My friend's in it. She gets beheaded, but it's
Yeah.
like the first scene.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what?
Nothing.
Should we move on to the feature presentation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Today, like we said, it's 2 new movies. The
New
first
ones,
one,
baby.
I guess we could do either one or
Mission
so.
Impossible:
Let's
The
start with
Final
Mission-
Reckoning.
Yeah, let's do that.
Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Tom Cruise, Ving Rhames,
Rames.
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 Yeah.
And then I can't say her last name, but Palm. She's the Parisian assassin girl,
Okay.
the blonde Asian
Yeah.
girl.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, her
yeah,
first
yeah.
name's Palm or
She
Palm.
was Mantis in
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
I
Oh.
loved her.
She's awesome.
And the
Yeah.
reason I aspire to be bisexual is because of actresses like her.
Are you bi?
I want to
He
be
said aspire. Yeah,
aspiring bisexual.
I thought you were
Yeah.
inspired by bisexuals.
No, I guess I am.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
aspiring bisexual.
Me too. I'm inspired by them.
Yeah,
They
they're
have the full menu. That's
they're
looking-
great.
Pretty sweet deal, dude.
Yeah, I just sometimes feel like, can't you just pick?
That'll be
wow.
the thing that ends this.
I hope this
Yeah.
comes out like June 1st, like Pride Month. Okay, yes, go on with your thoughts
With
on
your
the
bad
film.
self. With the movie for the movie?
Yeah, I don't know. I threw
I
us
went
with
to
my
the-
crush on.
I feel like I was a little sweetened for it, you know, because
You got jerked
they
off
sugared
by
me. They sugared my
the
asshole.
producers.
Yeah, I just learned what sugaring is from
Oh, from
you.
waxing.
I think. Yeah.
Have you guys been sugared, America?
You know this term?
It's like it's a form of wax. It's a form of like waxing. You literally take a glob of what looks like honey or like thick caramel, and then you like heat it up with your hands, and then you rip it off someone, and it like
On their asshole?
anywhere there's hair.
Oh.
And that's kind of a mission impossible in itself. I'd love to hear the music overlaid when someone's like
Dun,
doing it.
dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun.
There's a fuse.
Yeah. I was invited to see early footage of it and behind the scenes, and I even though I really like this movie, I do think that behind the scenes footage of Tom doing these stunts is cooler than the movie, because the movie you eventually have to edit out the little strap that's holding him in, and you have to like add a storm in the background of so it's just because things are added and taken away. Like the big motorcycle jump in Fallout, it was off of a ramp, but all said and done, that ramp was CGI'd into a mountain. And so like it sucks because he's doing something that's real, that's like really impressive, but then they have to put movie stuff on top of it, and it just looks like any other movie.
Yeah.
Is my only critique. But that being said, it was cool to see that, and then I went to a premiere of it at the Paramount lot with a lot of my friends were there, and so it was just like a cool
Was Tom there?
experience. He was not.
Exactly.
Yeah, he wasn't
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see it at a premiere of any kind?
No, I saw it in Amsterdam, and it was really cool to.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's cool to see it in Europe and like where
Was
the actual
Tom
stuff
there?
is filmed. Yeah, he was there.
He was.
Yeah.
He was at your screening.
Yes.
He's lying.
Just tossing popcorn
No.
into his mouth.
He was on the big screen. He announced the movie,
Okay.
and he
Okay,
said,
yeah.
"Welcome to Mission Impossible."
I
Thank you
also really
for-
appreciate. Okay, I do not ever need to see a director or actor introducing a movie and
No.
thanking us for being there.
No.
For some reason, it angers me going into it.
It takes me out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, they deliver like 3 sentences and they're always reading from like a cue card, and I'm like,
Yeah.
could you not just nail these 2 thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the reason why he's doing that is because he's just trying to get people back into theaters. Like
That's not how to get me.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm not going like, oh my god, he
They're
might
already
talk to
there.
us
Well,
before.
because
That's
we
the thing.
always,
Yeah.
but like
They're
we
already
always
there.
go. We always are there. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's not for us. It's for the people that are like, oh, Tom Cruise is here to greet us. Like it's like for the ones that never go.
Yeah.
I feel like, 300, 400 million. That's what it said.
300, 400 million,
Budget.
Budget.
3 to 400.
400. Yeah.
That's what it said. 3 to
The
4.
rumor is it was a $400 million movie, which makes it one of the most expensive movies of all time.
Yeah.
Wasn't what's it called? His Top Gun 2 up there?
It was a lot of money, but
Yeah.
maybe like 250 or something like that. Yeah. This is his most expensive movie ever.
Which mission was most possible?
do
Meaning
you
most
mean?
profitable.
The first one.
No.
The first one.
Fallout? Yeah. Fallout.
Good job. 824 million.
How do you guys know them apart?
I am obsessed with these movies and Tom Cruise.
Can you name
That's what makes me different here today.
Can
I
you
know
name-
that you guys are not quite as.
which hotel Ethan was supposed to meet John Voight out in the first one?
Bonvoy Marriott. Four Seasons.
No, I don't know.
I love
don't
this
know.
because Zach, like whenever I do these questions, he just continues to
Yeah,
fire.
yeah, no,
Well,
I get that, yeah.
It's the
How do you
best.
think
Okay.
how am I ever
I
gonna
don't
win?
know. I don't know.
Drake Hotel, Chicago. He says it over and over again. Remember?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, this is my last question.
Okay.
Can you name the 16 franchises ahead of Mission Impossible that have the higher box office?
What?
Star Wars, Star Trek.
Avengers.
Hold on, that's you guys got to go slow.
Avatar.
We only did 3.
Yeah. Avatar. Transformers.
I'm not gonna remember all these
Fast
guys.
and the Furious.
Oh, definitely Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfucking.
Lethal Weapon.
No.
No, Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, there's 4 of them,
Yeah, but they didn't make a ton.
But there's
a ton,
been
a ton
8 of Mission Impossibles.
and there could have only been 4 of them, in my opinion.
Hunger Games.
No,
I know there wasn't a lot of them, but they made a
Harry
lot of money.
Potter,
guys, you're missing a big one.
Scream.
James Bond.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
okay, yeah.
Guys,
It was-
Jurassic Park.
Okay, there's only there's like 6 of them, aren't there?
Yeah.
Despicable Me.
Toy Story.
No,
No, dude. Toy Story.
Toy Story's not in here.
It made. It at one point was the highest grossing animated film of all time. Toy Story 3.
It's not. It wasn't on there. Wikipedia.
Halloween.
Pirates of Caribbean.
Halloween.
yeah.
No.
I love
Nightmare
Pirates
on
of
Elm
the Caribbean,
Street.
man.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
This movie had a lot of exposition, guys.
Oh my! It was at heart.
Okay.
It was a clip movie. It was a fucking. Let's just show clips.
Yeah.
From every other movie.
Yeah.
Truly, let's tell people what's going to happen right before it happens.
Yeah.
And then tell them that it had happened.
Yes.
After you've seen it. That happened a couple times. I feel a little bad for this movie and for Tom. I know you're like, oh, you feel bad for Tom Cruise. I kind of do. He's like, he's a huge nerd in the best way, and he got screwed with Dead Reckoning Part 1. This was, of course, going to be called Dead Reckoning Part 2, but Dead Reckoning Part 1 did not make as much as Fallout, and so they got kind of scared, and they were like, damn, not only do we need to rename this Final Reckoning so people feel like it's its own thing and not Part 2 of something that a lot of people haven't seen, but yeah, I think we're going to have to dump some exposition on these people so they even know what we're wrapping up, you know? In fact, this movie took a lot from, randomly, the movie it took the most from was Mission Impossible 3. the rabbit's foot.
Yeah, the
was like
rabbit's
a
foot.
huge part of it, and like you
Who
don't know
had
what
the
the
best
rabbit's
villain?
foot is, right?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Okay, yeah. Here's the thing. Here's my, and this is why I don't want to be critics, is because I always hated this about movie critics, is movie critics have to go see every movie, even ones that they don't care to see.
Oh, totally.
And then they give a bad review of it, and I'm
Listen,
like, but that shouldn't count towards this movie.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
The whole time I was thinking my negative thoughts, I'm like, this is literally not for me.
Yeah.
I may have not even seen it if it weren't for this podcast. So
That
I
was
was just watching
Minecraft for all of us.
Yeah, I was just
yeah.
watching it with my eyes, and
Yeah.
I had so many problems with it. But it's because obviously I don't crave it.
Yeah.
Right.
I will say I was watching it a lot thinking, Jesus Christ, this guy going to kill himself? Like,
Yeah.
over and over again. And I know that he didn't die because he's on the press tour. But like several times, like he's really jumping in that fucking water. He's really
he jumped out of that helicopter into the water.
Oh,
Like,
here's the thing, like, and this is where it becomes like, I can only use the word masturbatory to me because I'm like, how does it serve the movie that it's him that's doing this?
I got to ask you.
I can tell you.
You got to use the different word for me.
Masturbatory?
Yeah, like what is that?
First of all, you can't pronounce it.
Yeah, masturbatory.
Yeah.
Like masturbate?
He knows.
Masturbatory?
Okay, then just say. Then it seems masturbating.
Nope. Improper grammar, brother. Improper
In
grammar.
what world? In what world, brother?
In
Is
the
it?
world of grammar.
Why is it important that
I'll tell you.
this iconic actor do his own stunts? Why is it important?
So that you can see the same reason it's important that there are practical effects in horror movies instead of CGI. So you can see the real fear on his face. You feel like the action is happening, that it's not in front of a green screen, because that dude is actually kind of scared. He's about to jump off of a plane.
And you know what I saw every time they showed their face close enough to? A distorted image of what I think Tom Cruise looks like. Like the plane thing especially was so distracting that the skin was doing this. The whole, I was like, ah, and I'm like, I actually don't want to see this. And to me, it's like, again, like, have a stunt person do. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
He is that stunt person.
He is. I mean,
Yeah.
I will say the plane thing was insane and like super.
It's the greatest stunt of all time,
Yeah,
dude.
like-
other than like some shit that Buster Keaton did and some stuff that Jackie Chan did in the 80s.
Jackie Chan in Rush
yeah.
Hour 2.
Rush Hour 2, but also like Police Story 3. Super Cop 3.
Yeah.
Old Jackie Chan before he learned how to speak English in Rush Hour. It's him, Tom Cruise, and like you got to go all the way back to like Buster Keaton. I mean, I think he's amazing.
No, I do think
Yeah.
I mean, this is I'm not shitting on Tom Cruise.
No, I know.
He
because
is amazing.
again, if we shit on him,
I better get paid.
Laser pointer right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't speak bad. Yeah.
He's incredible. Obviously, he's a great actor. He doesn't look like he's aging, much like Brad Pitt. He looks incredible.
Yeah.
And I do think it's fascinating that he does his own stunts. I just found myself like, okay, like cool, but also like what else? I hate to use this word. I was bored.
I would love to see you in the theater by yourself watching this yesterday, just going, cool, cool.
Cool.
Wait, you made me look nervous just there.
What is, I was just trying to do the way you just.
Yeah, I was
cool.
like,
Cool.
me and this old lady next to each other kept laughing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's super sweet. I got to tell you what I did in the next movie.
That's your least favorite thing in the movie theater, when people laugh at unfunny moments.
I know, but I guess I really agreed with how preposterous it was.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to sum this up. It's like, okay, there's been so many of them. They all seem the exact same to me. I would love. Did you guys see Godzilla -1?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Fantastic.
And it was a Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
And it stood out
Artful and
beautifully.
They really made him scary again.
And
Yeah.
he wasn't like the focus in some weird way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like a stunning Godzilla movie. I would love to see someone do a Mission Impossible that doesn't blend in with the rest of them.
But I think what that needs is new blood and a different perspective. In my
I guess.
And he wanted new blood. I'm sure you saw this, but he wanted Glenn. He said Glenn Powell is the only one that he could see replacing him, and Glenn Powell said, absolutely not. It's the worst job in town. It's a death wish. My
Oh, like people like he's not Tom Cruise.
Yeah, no, because the stunts you have to do. He's like, it's like a suicide mission. He was like, it's literally the worst job in town, and my mother would never let me do it. I thought that was a pretty good answer.
That's sweet.
So really, my favorite fact about this movie is that I feel like Tom always gets screwed by his competition. When what comes out that weekend. Do you know that this is the second time it's been Tom Cruise versus Lilo and Stitch, dude? Minority Report and Lilo and Stitch the cartoon movie came out the same day, and he had to battle that weekend. And now Mission Impossible 8 came out same weekend as Lilo and Stitch remake.
So this guy can do his own stunts. He can kick Russian's ass.
Doesn't matter.
He cannot
that
fucking...
little blue Hawaiian alien, baby.
Has got his
crown
fucking number.
every time, dude. Every time.
You will never beat a family movie, I don't think, like that.
Oh my God, no.
No.
Live action.
Which
Disney?
one is the alien? Stitch or Lilo?
Stitch.
Okay.
Who names their child Stitch?
Who names their child Tom?
A
lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people. All right. Anything else you want to say about it? I mean, I could go on and on.
I was in a super cool theater.
It wasn't my favorite Mission Impossible film. I would rank it towards the bottom. I think that Fallout is one of the best action movies ever made. Period.
Yeah.
I think.
What was the general thing of Fallout? Is that the third one?
No, that's the sixth
one.
And was that?
It's the one with Henry Cavill with the mustache and he like charges up his hands and like there was Tom Cruise learned how to fly a helicopter for that movie and did a corkscrew, which has like never been done by an actor before. Just like, there's always something.
Best villain was Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Absolutely.
Down.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, if you looked at that script and you're any other actor, you would have performed it differently than he did when he's strapped to the chair and he's just like, Who do you love? Who do you love? I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna hurt her. I'm gonna hurt
and
her.
He does,
and then I'm gonna kill you in front of her. Yeah. The way he said that, dude. Like any other actor would be like, "Who do you love? I'm gonna find them, and I'm gonna kill you in front of them."
And he
was
like
just
annoyed,
like, "Oh, God, I have to
frustrated.
find somebody now."
It's me watching Mission Impossible. I'm like,
I have to watch another one of these. Kill you.
Kill your wife.
I mean, Philip Seymour Hoffman is the greatest actor of all time. And yeah, those first three movies were different directors, and then
you guys both think he's the greatest actor of all time.
100%.
Who? Oh,
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
Do you think you're romanticizing a dead person?
No, I thought that when he was alive.
Yeah.
What about like Brittany Murphy then?
I thought she was on the verge.
She was talent.
Yeah, she was really talented.
Huh.
Heath Ledger also.
Yeah.
I would say that Brittany Murphy could do things that Philip Seymour Hoffman couldn't do.
Like menstruate. I'm sorry.
Wow.
That was.
I think we found my clip of the week.
No.
Yeah.
Please don't post
that's
that. She could. What could she do?
No. I got what I needed from that moment.
Wow, and you're worried about me.
I'm red.
I'm sure you'll step in it too.
I turned red on that one. Redder than normal.
Redder than menstruation blood.
Yeah.
I
can't believe I said that about a deceased person.
It's
And
okay.
a woman.
You know a lot of people that died.
What? Okay.
He's like jealous.
I also think that Philip Seymour Hoffman could do things that she couldn't do.
Like what?
Ejaculate out of his penis. No, I don't know. We're gonna cut that out.
No, it's staying. Or I walk.
Our second movie of the year is...
We're not gonna go to the lobby. No, we don't.
No, we
go
don't.
to the lobby.
The lobby's
we
just-
have all the concessions
Yeah.
we need in this.
I brought
theater
Wetzel
now.
pretzels in yesterday.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Sorry.
Crazy way to
I
talk.
snuck it in.
Wetzel's pretzels?
Yeah,
You strike me as someone who sneaks in a snack every time.
I do.
Yeah,
What,
he goes
is
to
that just-
Wetzel's Pretzels every time.
Yeah.
Really?
And they never had the hot dogs with the cheese ready.
I think that's best.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are you getting? Nuggets? Like pretzel nuggets?
I got the
or?
ones with the pizza bites with pepperoni.
Wow, you really like adding a nitrate-based sausage into your bread.
Yeah, it was great. I was so fucking pissed off yesterday at Final Destination. Second movie's Final Destination Bloodlines.
You were pissed off during it?
Why were you mad?
I hate Gen Z.
Why?
Oh.
This has nothing to do with Gen Z.
People behind us.
Oh.
Oh, that sucks. No, that I'm with you on.
I actually had to.
I will say this is not generational. There are absolute
You're right.
dipshits in every generation ruining movies.
And I wish I had you guys with me because I knew that
You're
I
like
was
doing a Trump impression a little bit.
Am I? No, I'm not trying to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I wish I had you guys with me. I really do. I really do.
Jesus. I literally was like hoping that you guys were there because I said one thing. I was like, guys, seriously. And then I like did the passive aggressive thing and moved down closer.
Oh.
to them?
No. Midway through
That's
the
not
movie.
passive aggressive. I
You
don't
had
think.
to say something. Can we talk about that, dude?
And it was during Final Destination.
It was.
Are you serious?
It was.
Yeah.
There was a
This
woman who
fucking
was
woman.
being really. I'm so
I
happy
can't
we're talking
fucking
about
stand
this.
it, dude.
I forgot about this. I think,
I-
first of all, I was with a group of like unknowingly like 12 people. I thought we were
Yeah.
going with like 3 or 4 of us, and
I
then the
thought it
other
was
people
3 or
invited
4
people
too.
too.
Oh,
We were
okay.
the whole like back row of
We
this
were
movie.
the whole back row.
And yeah,
So you had an
this
army with you.
girl. Well, I think I actually turned off everyone in my row because this dumb. this woman, she must have been drunk.
I think so.
She's basically
Yeah.
heckling the movie.
She right away.
See, that's another thing I hate.
She was
She's
talking.
like,
Yeah, she was like, oh, like
no.
anytime anything would happen.
Yeah.
And things are happening constantly in a Final Destination movie. But here's what I love about Zach. What would be the first thing you say to someone? The first thing.
So what I said to
Yeah.
the guys behind, 'cause first of all, they came in 5 minutes late,
Uh-huh.
and then they started talking. I said, guys, can you please?
Uh-huh. Can you please? Right.
I
How many times do you think it would take you to get from 0 to shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch?
That's what I
That
screamed.
was the first thing,
That's what I
Zach?
screamed in the
screamed.
theater.
Zach.
I screamed it.
Oh my.
I love it. You go right to
You
the...
don't understand. She had been
to
doing it for
10.
like 40 minutes.
She
and
had
so
been doing it a long time.
My fuse
Yeah.
was actually quite long looking back.
Yeah.
Mission
But-
Impossible.
Yeah. You got to clip the red wire fast, honey, or I'm going off.
Stupid
But yeah,
bitch.
Yeah. The only thing is I said it in like my gay voice. So I was like, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch.
That's exactly how it was. That was a perfect
Yeah.
performance of it.
Because
Yeah.
she was very much in front. She was so far in front of us. Like the back
She was the front row of the middle section. Yeah.
and we were the back row.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And
Yeah.
so,
no regrets.
did she say anything back to you?
No, she stopped.
She started chit chatting a little bit later.
Oh, she did.
A little bit.
I didn't hear
but
that.
But she stopped for a bit for sure. Yeah.
I think it's just the AMC vibe.
that's what I was
And
gonna say,
sadly,
man.
like it's become white trash, and it is.
I'm doing a brand deal with AMC right now.
Yeah, and I love AMC. I won't stop
do
going
love
there
them
everywhere.
a
I think
lot.
it's literally anywhere there's a lot. There's lots of people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, here's what. I
Well,
will
it's the
say.
A-list, 'cause we
Here's
pay
what I-
for-
That's it, and it happened with Movie Pass. Remember Movie Pass?
Oh,
we could have a
yes.
whole episode on Movie Pass.
$10 a month, a movie a day.
Yeah.
But it was like the Fire Fest of movie subscriptions. It was like there was no plan. It made no sense lucratively. It tanked.
Totally.
Anyways, Movie Pass changed how people see movies. Like it used to be, if you wanted to get a good seat, you had to show up early, and you had to earn that good seat. And then people started paying literally $10 a month for something. So now it's the Planet
Interesting.
Fitness of going out.
Yeah.
You know, and so you treat it like it's a trash activity.
Yeah.
And you can book your seat a week beforehand, show up 25 minutes late like you fucking own the place.
Yeah.
And it like it's a Walmart monthly like discount that you have, and it made movies trash, dude. It made going to the movies something for trash people,
Yeah.
and I fucking hate it.
And love it. And love it.
I
Because
love
love
it
movies.
because I am in a brand deal with
Yeah,
AMC, but
and no one listens
and
to
it-
Lilo
the thing
before the
is-
movie or
I
Stitch.
know,
That's
it's
like,
crazy.
don't
no
don't
one
use your phone.
listens to him.
Yeah.
Especially because it's Stitch.
Stitch,
yeah. But it was Sonic before. I'm not listening to that cunt either.
Yeah, exactly.
I do hate what subscriptions have done to movie theaters.
Yeah.
Especially the chain ones.
But you really
can-
can't get away. I mean, if people are watching streamers instead of going to the theater,
Yeah, yeah.
it's like you have to. It's like you have to deal with this.
Yeah, they had to trick their brain into thinking that going to the movies was smart again, and their brains were thinking subscriptions. So they were like, subscribe to our movie theater.
Yeah.
They were like, okay. Like, people are so stupid. You have to speak whatever language they're currently speaking at the time.
Yeah.
And so I get it. If it saved movies for another few years, great. But we're going to have to deal with stuff like that, and that does drive me crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I grab my popcorn and I grab my drink. So I got popcorn and a drink too. So I really hand by myself.
You went by yourself?
I went by myself to see
Isn't
Final.
it great, guys, going to a movie theater by yourself sometimes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Literally
It's
nothing
romantic.
better.
It's like
Especially
a-
when you're engaged and it's just all.
Where's your fucking ring, bro?
Guys don't
Oh,
wear
you don't wear
engagement?
It's
Unless
so
you're
funny.
part
I
of
was
a-
like, I would obviously be like, I would need a ring.
Well, this is a good question. If you're in a
Say it.
same sex couple, I was gonna say,
You sound like a senator.
A full
when you
homo?
Say, when you say same sex.
do you give each other both rings
I don't give anyone anything.
ever?
No. I bought a guy a drink once and it was awful.
What do we think of the movie?
Final Destination
Let's-
Bloodlines, 50 million.
I
It's already at 186.9
Loved
million.
this movie. I want to go see it again. It was such a fun, like, reinvigoration of this series. I was so nervous about it. And
It had been 11 years. No, 15
Stop.
Yeah, it's the longest wait.
years. Yeah.
I loved, I think, every moment of it.
So I got a couple fun facts for you that are pretty great.
Okay.
When they say we're going to Clear Rivers Hospital, can you name who played Clear Rivers?
Oh, Ali Larder.
Oh, yeah.
Call back to the first
Don't
and
say,
second.
oh, yeah, like you knew.
No, I was reading, but I did know that.
The beer the family is drinking, Heist Pale Ale, has been in every movie
Oh,
Oh, wow.
since the second one.
Yeah. Do you know what fictional drink J.J. Abrams puts in every movie?
We're not talking about JJ.
mango teenies.
Slusho.
Oh,
Slusho.
well, that's not very
Yeah.
far from like slushy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is
Which is in
Simpsons?
the lobby.
No,
We fucking proved you wrong. It's icy, dude.
yeah,
We
you
looked.
fucking dumb bitch.
It's icy.
Go on with your little
The
facts.
the license plate that the car is driving in the beginning says FL818E,
Is that the flight?
flight 180.
Okay.
I love it. Look
Yep.
at all these little,
That's
these little
fun.
Easter eggs.
And in previous films, all the actors usually have their death scenes on their last day shooting. In this one, they had all the actors shoot it on their first day shooting.
I wonder why.
I think just so that they can kind of
Get it out of
to
the
know
way.
their death.
Oh,
Wasn't funny.
Yeah. Well, he laughed. He giggled.
I just did it to keep
Yeah.
the podcast going.
Yeah.
I know, that's what we
yeah,
always try to do
yeah.
that for a little bit. Yeah,
Did you see that in one screening, the ceiling collapsed?
Yes.
I love that you're laughing at that as
And
It's
that
funny.
was funny. Yeah.
no.
Because
Well,
Everyone lived.
A lady's
everyone
knee
lived.
got
Everyone
One
hurt.
person
Yeah.
got hurt. Yeah, but that is
That's
crazy.
great.
Yeah.
If that happens to me and I'm mildly hurt, laugh.
Yeah.
Please.
For sure.
I'm
will.
gonna laugh.
I'll laugh even if you die.
I will say the kills were wild.
Wild.
Like, compared to the first movie to where they have
Wild.
gotten to now,
Yes.
it is full
Oh,
Which
yeah,
is
chaos.
It's funny. man.
incredible.
Yeah.
I love it. I was on the edge of my seat for a lot of the movie because it's like edging, but for death.
yeah.
The way they did that
Aren't we all
tattoo
edging?
artist.
For death?
Just a little edging, a little bit for death.
Oh,
Yeah.
the tattoo artist, the MRI scene. Oh, favorite kill of the franchise, I think.
Chef's kiss.
That was.
And I saw how they did like practical.
Oh, really?
he did his own stunt.
Yeah.
He folded
took-
in
it
half
took-
backwards.
Well,
yeah.
it took two people.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's a cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
very cool.
Yeah, Zach went to the secret screening of that, and they showed him how.
They showed him the behind
yeah,
the scenes.
it was
yeah.
at Tom Cruise's the legs.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really
That's
Tom Cruise's
cool.
legs.
Tom Cruise also wants to do
We're not going back
a
to
Len
Tom
Cruise.
Grossman film. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He's
I did.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Tony Todd's last big performance. I'm sure he'll be in a couple. You know,
I think that was not. I think it's actually that was
his final.
and
yeah.
I would say that was probably the best part of the movie was his speech at the end.
Do you know that he
Improvised that.
he improvised that speech?
What?
So he was speaking to us, the audience, and his final words on screen. Tony Todd said, "I intend to enjoy the time I have left, and I suggest you do the same. Life is precious. Enjoy every single second. You never know when. Good luck."
I actually cried in that.
Let's just take a second. How beautiful was that? Go ahead.
I was gonna say I cried.
You cried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During a Final Destination.
Did you? You got a little.
Yeah,
because
because when you see somebody say
I
that
know.
in a movie who just died,
Yeah.
I know.
I mean,
It was
again, it doesn't matter
amazing.
what he's doing. Like,
Yeah.
that's just sad.
And
Like,
I don't want to spoil it, but it was after like learning a very significant thing about his character that I thought was also fun.
Yeah. Yes.
yeah,
Final
yeah.
Destination franchise has done a few masterful things
Yeah.
with incorporating other parts of the story into, the current film that you're watching.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. It was awesome.
I will say, okay, going back to Mission Impossible,
Okay.
I did tear up at one point.
Oh.
Angela Bassett and her son at the end.
Wow, really?
Angela Bassett was the only person I believed during that movie.
Okay, just do that real quick. This isn't a spoiler. It made a ton of money this weekend, so a lot of people saw it. In the movie,
That does not make it not a spoiler,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah, no, not at all.
Okay, so what?
Yeah.
Angela Bassett's supposed to pick a U.S. city.
Oh, yeah. Did you want to know what city?
What city do you think she picked in the U.S.?
Oh,
Probably man.
Miami?
We would hope Florida somewhere. Not
Yeah.
Miami, though, Orlando.
Yeah.
Get all the Disney adults out.
I was trying to think where.
It's probably Cincinnati. No, actually, it probably wouldn't be a Midwestern. It'd be like a coastal city
Yeah.
to minimize
would
the
it be?
damage to the rest of the country.
Oh, okay.
I would think.
It probably would be L.A.
No. The amount of
No, I
money
would
that
say-
comes out of here.
Oh, economy,
Yeah.
I definitely think it would be like a Florida type city because Florida's also like a
By
nubbin.
the water.
It's
Where,
like a.
where are you from again?
It's definitely not Baltimore.
Baltimore. I think they did
No, it'd be
Baltimore.
Raleigh.
I think
Yeah.
Baltimore already got hit by a nuclear bomb.
It's probably, a little bit.
Final Destination.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Could be you.
No, that's where Boeing is located.
Couldn't do that.
Couldn't do that.
Hey, Pepsi Cola.
And Anheuser-Busch is St. Louis.
No, they wouldn't do
Missouri.
Baltimore because it's too close to D.C., so screw you guys.
It took you that long to
realize
it
where Baltimore was, yeah.
I just Final Destination to me is always going to be wacky deaths, and they up the ante in this one, and I love the retro vibe in the opening scene. I just loved it. I really did. It delivered exactly what I want when it comes to a horror comedy movie going.
My only critique is
Should we just go into Savage Secrets, by the way?
I've kind of on this episode I've abandoned that because I've shit talked
you
out
guys
loud
have said terrible things about Thomas Cruise.
Not about Tom Cruise.
I'm
No.
kidding. I'm kidding.
about the entire Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
franchise.
yeah. We don't need to do Savage shit. Maybe we will. We will, just in case they're truly terrible things you guys want to say. 'Cause
Oh, sure.
I'm only gonna say sweet things. I thought that it being period piece and a building that never existed took me out of it a little bit.
Well, she was the first character to never have a premonition.
Right. Yeah. And so that
Didn't she have a premonition?
No.
she had a dream about ancestor that had a premonition.
Oh, the main girl. But the opening
because
scene
the
girl
new
had
added rule is that if you have a kid, that kid also wasn't supposed to be born, and so
Yeah,
your whole
yeah,
family
yeah.
tree needs to get wiped out at some point.
Very cool.
And I just thought when I think that when Final Destination is at its best, it's making you afraid to do something that you're gonna have to do just about every day, and that's why I think that 2 is the best one. Because driving on the freeway, to this day, I think about it, and God forbid a log truck goes by, which there was a lot of callbacks to the log truck in this one, as there should be. And I'm just never gonna be in a sky high restaurant from the past that's also kind of like the
Oh,
future.
Well,
that's
and-
interesting.
I don't know.
And that's why we're all sober. You know, we have to deal with that every single day. You know, like we got to face alcohol in the face and say,
Hey, we escaped death.
yeah, we escape death every
Actually
day.
getting sober, maybe.
you know, so
Oh, no.
Maybe it's coming. This like can starts moving.
Blah, 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 blah,
Like
blah,
the
blah.
wires fucking start going crazy.
Oh my god,
and,
I
like
know.
bourbon just goes down our throat.
Yeah. Dude, the final destination of relapsing would be a really good movie. Or just a good relapse.
Totally.
Yeah. What if we never stopped looking at each other again?
That'd be cool. I already looked away.
All
small-
right. Do we want to try Savage Secrets just in case there's something truly terrible you want to say?
Sure.
Savage Secrets we go.
Tom Cruise is a hack. He never. Shit. Oh, he's not. This is my whole gripe about Mission Impossible. Every scene cannot present an end of the world problem because even 45 minutes in, you know that they're going to solve the problem. So I end up being bored because I'm just like, yeah, okay. I'm not actually worried during any of it. It's the age-old show don't tell. And I suppose so. You know, that's just how I felt the whole entire time. It's like, I want to be more surprised. I also give me more than copy and paste characters. The sergeant who's like, we lost someone. Oh, they did not need Tooth, Holt, McNeely, or whatever his name is, and Nick Offerman. They were the they were the same person. But I will say, this is a positive Savage Secret. Way to bring back the one guy. Oh, I know, from Mission Impossible, good actor somehow. Where has he been? He was like a really good actor. I will say my favorite character of maybe the whole movie was his wife. Yes, she was lovely. She was somehow deeper than most of the other characters. Correct, because she was showing, not telling. She didn't hear me right. And so, like, it was all conveyed in her behavior. Correct here. She's a badass woman. I also am like, I just don't love sometimes where in a lot of it we were like, Tom is just a hero to everybody. You know, like, yeah, the ending. And then also like when he was like, I'm sorry, I said you away for 30 years, worthy enough. And then he's like, you actually saved my life. I met this woman and yeah, he's like, no, you lost that. Great job. And he found a better second life. Like, thank God. Yeah. He didn't just sit in the corner the rest of his life. What is not you're not the reason he has a great life. Yeah. And, yeah, Bloodlines, it's with a majority of horror movies, acting is just, I get so, like, that's pretty bad acting. Yes. It was like, yeah, I know, not as talking about 4 and 5, though. Yeah, those were really bad. It's one of those, The Bridge. Yeah, no, it's really bad. Well, really bad. I mean, it's also crazy, like, some people lost their whole family. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. And she's, oh yeah, like also like, let's just see that mom. Like, I know that must die. Just, yeah, hey, kill herself. Yeah. But there was, oh God, I really like that. Yeah.
Okay. It's time to rate these things.
It's time to squirt our juices all over these films.
Butter it up.
Butter me up, buttercups. What do we give Mission Impossible Final Reckoning?
1 squirt.
Damn.
1.5 squirt.
Fuck. I'm going to go 2.5.
Wow.
Because he did it. He wrapped it all up, and he did a crazier stunt than he did in his 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s. And at least they up the ante every time in that way. It's probably my 5th favorite Mission Impossible, but I was also kind of...
So does that mean you're going to give every other Mission Impossible 3 full squirts?
No, but I would give Fallout and...
But you gave this one 2.5, right?
And Ghost Protocol, I would give both of those 3.
And then all the other ones.
No,
get
I would
2.5?
give 2. Mission Impossible 2, I'd give 1.5. Mission Impossible 1, I would give 2.
That's
Mission
wild, 'cause
Impossible
that-
1 is like the best
Yeah,
one.
that set
not.
up the whole thing.
It's not. It's actually like rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like a 61 or something like that on Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes is not
It's great.
fair to
I know.
any movie
I know.
that came
I'm just
out
saying I'm not
after
the
it
only
invented.
one that thinks it's not the best
So what
one.
is that, guys? If it's we give it. Remember,
6,
we
I think.
always just so if this is your first time listener, last time caller, we always just give one for existing because we know how hard it is to make a movie.
So hard.
And
And
this
then
movie
we
was,
each have the ability to give it up to 3 squirts
Yeah.
each, totaling to a grand possible number of 10 squirts. And so
I believe it's 6.
1, 1.5,
2.5.
2.5 is 6 squirts when you add that other one in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Damn.
Kind of feels right to
Yeah.
me.
Doesn't feel quite right to me, but that's okay. It's not about me.
Well, no, also like again, like that movie is not in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
I almost gave it 1.5, but ultimately I want that butter for myself.
Yeah.
All right, finalization bloodlines.
yeah.
I'll go first. 3 squirts.
3 squirts.
Easy, and that's why people shouldn't take anything. You know.
I want to also say, I would like to go back and give Ghost Ship less than 2.5 squirts.
Thank you.
That was ridiculous of us, man.
Why?
It's Ghost Ship, you know.
So I'm not gonna play that way because that's
Okay.
akin to
But if
Britney
he could bump
Spears is
Sinners
like
up,
Well, yeah,
I
he
feel
was
like I can bump
foolish
Ghost
for.
Ship.
Well, first of all,
Yeah.
Sinner's got a 9.5 without my extra one. So, like,
right? Yeah,
and it got to 10.
yeah. Ghost Ship, I loved it, but it's,
That's all that matters.
You're
I
right.
love.
What is final? What is your.
This is the thing. If I was presented with Mission Impossible or Final Destination Bloodlines to watch in any place, I'm always going to pick Bloodlines.
I hear you.
So I'm saying
Yeah.
3, 2.
he didn't give it yet.
For Bloodlines.
Yeah.
Oh, Bloodlines. I'm gonna give it. 2. Yeah.
And I'm going to give it 1.5.
Okay.
Okay.
4, 6, 7.5.
That's why.
I'm happier than I've ever been.
Yeah. All right.
Because I know I just am always going to give horror movies because I know you guys are going to slant it so far.
You shouldn't do that though.
No,
You
no, that's not fair.
Yeah, from your heart, you should just give it what you. In fact, from now on, we got to start with him when it's a horror movie. That's what we do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but today,
Well,
Final
you gave it
Destination-
1.5. You would have given it more.
probably less.
But that doesn't make sense to
Or
your
what?
logic.
No.
You would have given it.
No, I think I gave it the right one.
I think that you did.
Yeah.
Okay,
1.5.
great.
Yeah. You hated it.
No. I love the kills.
Yeah, and that's what
Yeah.
Final Destination.
Go on.
I'm gonna take it back. I have my new Invisalign trays in, and they hurt.
Wearing Invisalign during a podcast is wild.
I want my teeth to be straight.
The only thing in his life.
That's right.
And that.
Wow.
Low hanging fruit,
Any
huh?
other jokes at Brittany Murphy's expense before we go?
God,
I'm good.
That's
Do you
gonna
wanna-
actually be taken out.
Nope. That's
It
if
is.
you take that out.
It is.
I
A lot of
I
respect
walk.
for Brittany Murphy. Very
I know, it was
talented
still
actress.
funny.
She just, she.
It was
like,
hilarious what you said.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. You guys didn't laugh, so.
we did.
Oh, we did, and we will.
Okay. All right.
We'll see you
squirts.
next week, Squirts.
Follow Heavy Butter Pod on Instagram. Follow us at Zach Newey Towers. It's Evan
Don't
Williams
follow
and
me.
Strassola.
Stressola. Yep.
And until next time, when it comes to going to the movies,
Show up on time.
Don't text.
no, stay off your phone.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
all together.
When it comes to going to the movies,
Don't be on your phone.
Don't text.
no, show up on time, stay off your phone,
And
and
shut the fuck up.
up.